just a list of 101 of the dirtiest rumors in wrestling.
So, 101 of the dirtiest. Now, is there any truth to any of these, or we'll find out?
I have no idea.
All right, well, let's see.
Somebody said.
Right.
All right. Steve Lombardi is/was Pat Patterson's secret lover. That's another rumor here.
I don't know. That's rumors.
Rumors.
All
right. R&R Express walking on Jimmy Valiant, laying on the floor, jerking off under a glass table that a hooker is shitting on. Ricky throws up and leaves while Robert stays to watch. That sounds entirely plausible.
I can't see Ricky leaving, though.
Yeah, it's true, too. All right, let's see. Bruce Hart, let's see. I'm reading these as we go.
He did it.
Yeah. Now this one I'm not even going to ask, because the Bruce Hart one, because that's just looking for someone to shave your eyebrows out of the blue. So I'll leave that one alone. Dusty Rhodes got Baby Doll fired, parentheses, or something. Well, that's quotation marks, never mind. Parentheses, or something, because he was pissed off that she married near jobber Sam Houston instead of him. Well, that's actually close, but it's not that she married him instead of him, but because that he was underneath guy and she was like on top, and I guess because Dusty even told me that. I guess that that's why she got fired. It was because
she started messing around with Sam.
Yeah, because
she was
killed the anchor.
Guys, yeah,
right. Because back in the day, see now like the girls come in and they start blowing all the underneath guys. Back in the day, you only fuck the top guys. The business has completely changed.
Yeah, it's really changed. The girls actually get into wrestling now to be wrestlers instead of getting in wrestling to be with the boys.
Yeah, but they're still with the boys, but now they're with underneath guys.
I want to be a wrestler. What? The girls got into business to be with the wrestlers, not to be a wrestler.
Yeah, wait, this is a good one here. According to Japanese tabloids, Giant Baba was bisexual and Genrico Tenryu had penis enlargement surgery.
I wouldn't think so.
Well, apparently that wasn't so good. All right. The next couple I'm going to skip because they're just, some of these are pushing the envelope and some of these are ridiculous. The Manny Fernandez took a dump in #1 Paul Jones's brand new Stetson hat, put it back in a hat box on a plane like nothing happened, and went to sit by Jones for the remainder of the flight.
I could see Manny doing that. Manny will do just about anything.
Was that the Paul Jones that was the wrestler too?
Yeah, that was the Paul Jones. He was a wrestler and an office person for Crockett's in North Carolina.
Wasn't he like a pretty big name as a wrestler?
Yeah.
His promos, I don't see what his promos did.
Him and Johnny Weaver were big names because they were office guys. Kind of like Eddie Marlin was a big name in Memphis because he was Jerry Jarrett's father-in-law.
All right, here we go. Dusty Rhodes booked Rick Steiner to be Ric Flair in 20 seconds at Starrcade '88.
That sounds like a Dusty booking, yes.
Yeah, no, they did something. There was something to be like that, but
only if Dusty could run in.
I think it was Scott was supposed to beat him or something, and then so they could break the Steiners up, or I don't know. The let's see, superstar Billy Graham once injected Clorox on a dare.
No.
All right. The
superstar knew his roids.
Yes. All right, let's see what we got here. Paul Bosch was doing a Jewish champion gimmick somewhere, New York perhaps. A writer from a Jewish magazine came to a show to do a profile on him. The writer wandered into the locker room after Bosch's match, saw him in the shower. Thus, the writer found out Bosch wasn't really Jewish.
Gosh, that's going way back. I wasn't even born back then when Paul Bosch was wrestling.
Well, Bosch was in Houston, though.
Yeah, but I don't believe that.
Let's see. Jimmy Snuka killed his girlfriend and played the innocent savage in front of the police while Vince did the talking.
Never proven.
Yeah, that's kind of
Raven. She jumped off the balcony from 10 stories up.
Yeah, Snuka was a great guy. Rip Rogers pulled Barry Windham's keys out of a commode filled with shit and Jack Daniels after a particularly hard night of partying with his bare hands. Yeah, absolutely.
Rip would probably do that for somebody
for $5.
But yeah, but Rip wasn't drinking. I can promise you that.
No, I think after Barry's drinking.
Oh well. Yeah.
And Barry was known for his spray shits too. Let's see. At an indie show, let's see.
Rip really never did nothing for free, did he?
No, he was thrifty. So was Colonel DiBiase. Colonel DiBiase was very thrifty too, but he'll tell you that he was proud of it. All right, and then he shows Sabu had oral sex with one of the valets in the locker room. When one of the other wrestlers asked him if it was good, he said something along the lines of, "Smell my mustache." Okay.
No, I don't believe that. I believe Sabu would rather be out walking around the back of the building with some of the green gimmick, you know.
Butch Reed is pissed on the carpet and/or spam don't bother -DOI of every motel he's ever stayed in. What does that mean? Spam don't bother
I
DOI.
have no idea.
I don't know.
All right. Johnny Valentine would take a dump and strategically place it where it couldn't be found easily, like the inside of bedposts.
Johnny Valentine was known for doing a lot of dirty stuff.
Yeah, he was supposed to be kind of cruel, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, you and Greg were pretty tight though, right?
Yeah, but Greg was Greg never did. He was not quite that bad.
No, but I'm saying, but his dad was known to be like a really mean person, right?
I will never ever. You remember the old?
I got to turn the air on a second.
Okay.
I'm dying. I'll just put on low.
The old ice machines in the hotel rooms in the hotels where you flip the big tin lid up,
Mm-hmm.
and there's the ice there for everyone to just go and use as they wanted. I turned the corner one night. We were staying together. I turned the corner. Here stands Valentine, pants down to his knees. He'll deny it, but it's true. He's pissing in this ice. I never, from that day forward, ever used one of those ice machines. I never let my children use them. I never let my wife use them. They know the story. I told them the story, and I've told the story to a lot of people. When I tell it to him, he goes, oh, I didn't do that. Bullshit. I saw you doing it. Anyway, that's a rib.
But what about
my trainer, Herb Welch, would tell us a story that he did. Herb would go, a lot of guys would say, come on, can you wash my back? You can hand the soap to him and wash your back. Anyway, Herb defecates in his hand.
Oh.
And he's in there with this guy named Rowdy Red Roberts, this old timer, and he's old Rowdy Red every night. He said, yeah, he wanted me to wash his fucking back. He said, so one night I washed his back. Defecated in his hand, had him a nice big pile of mush and just rubbed it all over his back. So there you go.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Shawn Michaels supposedly invited 3 hot girls back to his room, told them all to get naked, get on their knees. He whips out his ding dong, and the girls figure it's going to be a suck fest, but instead he proceeds to take a piss in each of their mouths.
Marty Jannetty would do that.
Oh yeah, in a heartbeat.
Marty told me a story one time. He's in the room, and Marty was quite endowed himself,
and quite the ladies' man too.
And quite a ladies' man. Had a room full of ladies in there, and this one particular one, she did something that pissed him off, that set Marty. It didn't take a lot to set Marty off sometimes. Anyway, she did something. And he says, "I know what you want. You want to see my dick, don't you? I've got this big dick. You want to see it? Tell me, you want to see it?" She said, "Well, yeah." He said, "I'm not going to let you see it. I'll let everybody else see it, but you're not seeing it." He told me that story, so
Yeah,
that was true.
when there's some bad cars, some karma got fucking Marty fucking because me and Marty used to run together for years. Fucking he ends up moving some girl into his house, and she starts getting mail there. Then he decides he didn't want her there anymore, but she has
Something happened to her. She died.
Well, no, this is before that, I think. So but the cops go, look, she gets mail. She officially lives there. You can't throw her out. She can throw you out. Marty gets kicked out of his own house.
Yeah, that boy could just run into bad luck.
Oh my God.
We were in Scotland. When did Sean and them guys baptize him? 2 years ago? 3 years ago?
Marty?
Yeah.
Oh, probably like a year ago, I think.
2 years ago.
That long?
He goes over to the old brother tour in Phoenix, and Sean and those guys are there, and they're baptizing people, and Marty got baptized, and Marty's going to go back to the WWE. But 2 days after getting baptized, he's in Scotland with me. And of course, first thing I did, I would go to the liquor store. I got a nice bottle of Bell's Scotch whiskey and Marty's straight and narrow now and got my life back together. And everything's looking good. And Sean and I maybe team up again. And, well, it was a long flight over and a long day that day and that night. And I had this bells and he saw it. I let him see it.
What a heel.
And I asked him, you want to hit off this, Marty? No, I don't do that anymore. So I'm rooming next across the hall there. We're in one of these bed and breakfasts. Oh, about 3 a.m. Come on in. I knew it was him. He said, man, I just can't sleep. Can you give me a little taste of that bells you got? Well, I always like to have a brother out, so I gave him more than a little. I gave him a good glass. Thank you, man. I really appreciate it. I won't ask any more. I just need something. About 5 minutes. Brother, that's pretty good. Can I have a little bit more of that? Yeah, here, man.
What a heel.
Next day, we're up. He's going, man, I just couldn't sleep at all, and my back's killing me from that plane ride. Do you have anything I can take? I said, I'll tell you what I have. I don't even take them anymore because I stopped doing any kind of pills. I said, I've got these 222s from Canada, these codeine pills.
Codeine's legal in Canada.
How much codeine? It's just a small amount, but it's codeine. Anyway, I said, here, you can have all of them. I can't take them. I said, I'll take them things. I drink like that bells. If I take 3 or 4 of them, I would be sick and puking all night. He said, well, how many should I take? I said, well, if you're not going to drink, 2 or 3 is fine. He takes 2 or 3. We stopped at the liquor store. I went and got another bottle of bells. We're going to the town. He said, you think I ought to take a couple more of those? I said, well, if you're not going to drink. He took 4 more, so that's 8. Then he said, mind if I have a little bit of that bells? I said, Marty, I wouldn't do it on all that codeine. I'd be okay.
Now, did you say I wouldn't do it like, I wouldn't do it?
I just mentioned that it's probably not going to be a good idea.
Was there a bit of a challenge in the statement?
No. I mean, it was me giving him good,
very
good advice. Very
advice.
good advice. So he hit that bells, and by the time we got to the town, Marty was laying in the back seat. Promoter comes over. He says, what am I going to do? Marty won't get out of the car. I said, I don't know. He said, well, how much of that fucking shit did you give him? I said, I didn't give him anything. He asked, and I gave. I handed it to him. I don't know what he did. Anyway, by the time the show started, he was hanging out of the car. Made it in, did his match. Everything was fine. Hey, brother, get any more of that bells? I said, well, I got a little bit left. I'll share it with you. That's the last time I saw Marty. Then he got picked up and went to the WWF and stayed for a little while.
He's fucking hardcore. I can't how about the fact Marty's asking how much do I take? Because if anybody knows how much, yeah.
I love you to death, Marty. You're a great guy.
Yeah.
Listen, we all got our problems.
Do you really think that he found religion? Do you buy that?
Temporarily.
What about all the other guys?
So he hit that bells.
What about all the other guys? Who do you think, like Terry Taylor, I know, is totally into it because me and Terry became really close friends. But Terry's changed a lot. But the
bullshit, he's still stabbing people in the back down.
No, I'm telling you, he's a different guy. But that's all right. We can agree to disagree. But other than him, who do you what about the other people who found religion?
Well, Greg Valentine's told me, he said, I'm doing this thing now. Well, what do you do? He said, well, I tried to stop lying, and then I quit double booking myself. I said, well, that's really good.
I quit double booking myself.
That's really good. Who's that? Just coming from the gallery. Somebody said he's so foolish. Ted DiBiase, he as much as he said bad about the WWE and what they did, how they poisoned.
He had no problem going back.
Had no problem going back. I mean, he backed right into that paycheck.
Yeah, I love that.
So anyway, I says to one of his followers, one of his disciples, one time I said, just how does Ted feel about this? How does he feel about going back and accepting this devil's payroll that he called Vince McMahon the devil? How do you feel accepting that paycheck from the devil? He's working on it. He's trying to change him from
within. I read that in an interview somewhere. I'm like, oh my God.
Well, obviously, it didn't work. He's not there anymore. And probably because the work he does in the churches pays a lot better. It's a lot less stressful. And all I want to ask would be, Ted, have you ever looked in little church girls and little church women and think about getting on them dresses?
Let's see. Okay, here's a dumb rumor. Brody was,
Ted, would you fuck that preacher's wife? I would. Jake Roberts would.
poor Jake. Poor Jake. Bless Jake's heart. I gotta wrestle Jake.
February 24th.
When is it this month? Next month?
February.
February.
Easiest match you'll ever be in. Easiest match you'll ever be
Oh,
in.
I'm sure. He'll just stand in the center and I'll bump all around him.
No, you don't even have to do that.
If he's
You attack Jake, he goes down, he never gets up till the finish.
No.
You can practice your kicks. Remember you were talking about
Yes,
that?
awesome.
Sometimes kicks aren't sometimes practice right there.
There you go.
You do about 100 of them. Just boom. He'll crawl. Boom.
I always loved the fact Jake was working Sting one time, and I guess Sting irritated him pissed him off for some reason. So Jake fucking that goes, all right, slam me, Sting. So Sting slams him. Jake feeds right back up. Slam me again. Feeds right back up. Slam me again. After about the 8th one, Sting was like, ugh. And fucking 9th one, yeah, slam me again. And fucking the ribs, you think it's the guy taking a bump, but the slam's fucking easiest thing in the world. It's the guy fucking throwing you. It's fucking getting ribbed.
Yeah.
Sting thinks he's getting over and Jake's just fucking laughing about Sting's fucking blowing up, having a hernia.
Watch thousands of exclusive shoot interviews right now on TitleMatchNetwork.com.